welcome to my channel. My name's Kate and today is going to be my first video ever on this channel. I am going to be doing a pregnancy update. If you can't tell by the title, I am 20 weeks pregnant, almost 21 weeks pregnant. So I'm halfway through my pregnancy and I know it's a little late to start these updates, but I hope you still want to follow along from this point forward. A little bit about me is I am pregnant with my second baby. I have a almost 6-year-old named Grayson, and I am now pregnant with another baby boy. So I am super excited. And the main reason that I really wanted to do these updates on YouTube and to start this channel is because I have found myself really regretting not doing something similar to this my first pregnancy. However, YouTube wasn't that big back then. But I really wish I would have written a diary or something to follow along with my pregnancy. Now I find myself wondering how I was feeling before with my first pregnancy, or how big I was, or whatever. And I really regret it because I just don't remember too much of that pregnancy and that time. So it wasn't even that long ago, but it feels like ages ago. So I know I would regret it next time I'm pregnant or just down the road. I would love to look back on these videos and know how I was feeling and know what was going on in our lives and how I looked and everything pregnant. And I can't wait to do a ton of other little mommy videos about pregnancy and just about mommy stuff in general. And I actually have a YouTube channel from a few years ago, actually just last year. My husband and I daily vlogged with my son Grayson every single day last summer, and August came around and we kind of just like dropped the channel completely. Our lives started getting so busy and I barely even knew how to edit. Also, I jumped right into daily vlogging and I got burned out pretty fast. I don't recommend that for anyone who wants to start a YouTube channel. I would definitely recommend taking it slow, like 2 videos a week. Daily vlogging was really stressful, especially teaching yourself how to like film and edit and coming up with ideas and all of that. So I got burned out really fast. We had our actual wedding this year and bought our first home this year. Now I'm pregnant, so if you can tell, a lot has been going on. So YouTube just kind of like went on the back burner. And my husband also got a new job, which you guys don't know what it was before, but he got a way busier job. And he is just out way more. He works way longer hours, way harder, so he is never home, and it's mainly just me. And so it was more of like a family vlogging channel. This channel is going to be more about me and the kids and just my life as a mommy. So I really regret not doing my first trimester updates, but I'm going to give you guys like a mini little recap up until this point, and then at the end I'll do my actual 20-week update. And I think I'm going to do these videos every 2 or 3 weeks, just depending on like what changes and what's going on and if there's stuff I need to update on. So starting at the beginning, I found out I was pregnant at 5 weeks, and it was the week we were actually moving into our first house. So it was super crazy and busy, exciting week. And I took a million tests. They all said positive. I took all different types and they all said a clear positive. So I was so shocked and excited. I kind of just like let it sink in between me and my husband for like 2 or 3 weeks. I think around week 8 or at the end of week 7. We started telling people, and that is also the week that I started feeling my first pregnancy symptoms, which were number 1 was acne. I got such bad hormonal acne, I guess. It was a lot around my chin and then like on the sides of my face right here where like my hairline is, which is just very bizarre. If I have a breakout, for me it's usually on my forehead. So it was like super strange to have them like all right here. It was really disturbing, and I still have them at 20 weeks. And my second symptom was nausea, and this was really scary for me because my first pregnancy I had the worst morning sickness. I shouldn't say the worst, I know women had it way worse, but I lost almost 13 pounds and I was in the hospital with dehydration. And I went through a lot with my first pregnancy, with my morning sickness. And it lasted up until about 20 weeks, and it lasted all day, every day. And I got prescribed a few medications for nausea, but nothing really worked for me. And so I was just kind of throwing up like 6 to 7 times every day, couldn't keep anything down, and I was completely lethargic. I just couldn't even hold a conversation, guys. I was so sick. So the moment I felt nauseous this pregnancy, I was immediately terrified, but I knew that was a possibility. So I was willing to take the chance, but luckily I can say this entire pregnancy I've only thrown up twice, and I think both times I just didn't agree, or my stomach didn't agree with the food I ate. I don't think it had much to do with my nausea. And I also realized really early on that if I ate every 2 hours just something that was like pretty plain, or just something that I really wanted, that I craved, I could keep the nausea at bay. I never really went away for at least the first 13 weeks. It was there pretty constant, but it definitely subsided enough for me to do my daily routine and do normal stuff, take care of my child and stuff. So I found that out pretty early on, which kind of led to my next symptom that I started realizing around 10 weeks, is that I was gaining weight pretty rapidly. I started out this pregnancy at 104, which was already pretty heavy for me. I'm actually only 4'11", so I usually stay around 95, 96 pounds. So I was already up almost 10 pounds from just the holidays and everything like that. And so I already felt kind of heavier, but eating that much, that often, and I will say that I really ate whatever I wanted, because I had really bad food aversions as well. I couldn't eat anything that sounded healthy. No, that sounds so crazy, but it really did make me want to gag. So I just kind of ate whatever, which a lot of the time was just French fries, to be honest, or soup, just stuff that just had a lot of gross stuff in it, I'm sure. And I'm not the best eater in general before being pregnant, and so it really didn't help that I just decided to just go in on all my cravings and anything that sounded good. So I'm not exactly sure how much I've gained at this point. I'm pretty sure it's over 15 pounds though. I still do a 30-minute pregnancy approved workout every single day, and I'm eating much better now my second trimester. It's much easier to make better choices. I'm still not eating the best, but I'm definitely making better choices. I'm definitely drinking more water than I was in my first trimester. My first trimester, I could barely keep down water. Just the thought of water made me really nauseous. So I had my first ultrasound at 8 weeks, and everything looked great. I don't remember much of what happened there, but it was really simple. They did some blood work, did my ultrasound, just checked that the baby, how big the baby was. They gave me my due date, which is November 14th. And I just met my doctor, because I am using another doctor in the same practice. My doctor that delivered my first son, Grayson, is actually just retired this past year, so I used his recommendation, met my doctor, and that was a super great experience. And then I didn't go back to the doctor until 12 and a half weeks, and we basically just did some more blood work and listened to the baby's heartbeat, and we were on our way. At 15 weeks, my husband, Grayson, and I went to a separate ultrasound little place that we have in our town called Mommy and Me 4D. And basically you can just pay to have an ultrasound done, and we did. And they told us the gender in the room, just Grayson, Andy, and I, and it is another boy. And we were so excited to find that out. It was just so exciting to know that I'm gonna have boys, and I'm a boy mom officially, and they're gonna be brothers, and that just makes me so excited. And then we had my last doctor's appointment I've had at 18 weeks, and I had another ultrasound there, the big anatomy scan. It was a 30-minute ultrasound, and she confirmed that it was a boy, and she measured everything. Everything looked excellent, and I was measuring 2 weeks ahead. I was 18 weeks in one day, I was measuring 20 weeks in one day. So they kept my due date the same, of course, but this baby is measuring kind of big. I wonder, now that I'm 20 weeks, if it's measuring 22 weeks. That just seems crazy. But I am definitely way bigger this time, I do remember, than I was my first. I feel like I was this big delivering my first, and I was definitely this heavy. Okay, now let's get back to present time. I am 20 weeks and 6 days. I turn 21 weeks tomorrow. So I wanted to start with symptoms. Lately, my biggest symptoms are my feet hurt a lot by the end of the night. I guess just putting a lot of weight on my feet that my body's not used to. And I have had slight swelling a few times, but the one thing I have for sure noticed over the past few weeks is that my feet grew, like, I'm pretty sure in length. I don't know if that is true or not, but I definitely had to buy new shoes. Another symptom is lower back aches, especially like when I am sleeping, or like when I first wake up in the morning after I've been sleeping. I have my pregnancy pillow here that I got a few weeks ago off Amazon, and it has helped me so much, and it was only like $40, I think. A third symptom is like reflux, which I've never had before in my life, but I just feel like this burning sensation, I don't know what you would call it, just in my chest throat area, and it's just like bubbles, and I know that sounds so gross, but it is the weirdest thing. I could just not have eaten anything, and that is a symptom I've been having, and it makes me kind of nauseated, and it kind of makes me feel like I'm gonna throw up, so it has not been that pleasant. The last symptom I'm having is I'm breaking out a ton this week, even more than the past few weeks. I think it's because I've worn a lot of makeup lately. I try to keep my face clean and dry without any makeup, or I do tend to break out, so I need to be more conscious of that and try to just go barefaced, which doesn't bother me at all, but I just need to try and remember that that is what's happening and make sure that my face stays clean and dry, and hopefully that'll minimize the breakouts, but I'm just kind of dealing with them as much as I can for now and not being too vain about it, because I know that whenever my hormones level out after pregnancy, I will go back to normal, hopefully, and it's not that big of a deal, but it is pretty annoying. So as far as cravings, I have really not craved anything in a while. The one craving that has been pretty consistent is like sour icy stuff, and I love sour stuff in general, but this is pretty bad. Every single day I have to have like a snow cone, which is so bad, I know, or an icy, or like a cherry limeade, frozen cherry limeade, or I like the fruit bars from just the grocery store, the fruit bar popsicles. The lime ones are super sour. I'm obsessed with that. So that is pretty much my only consistent craving. I also crave a lot of tomatoes and just like a juicy stuff like fruits, and stuff like that. I've been eating a lot of like watermelon and grapes, and that just makes my mouth water. Anything that is kind of juicy and almost like a little sour is just so good to me for some reason, and it has been my entire pregnancy. Oh, and oranges. Oranges are like my favorite thing ever this pregnancy. I don't know why. I'm not even usually a huge orange person, but like I am now. Okay guys, I had to take a little intervention, but that's pretty much it for this video anyways. Sorry the 20-week portion was kind of short. I really wanted to do this intro and a recap of my whole first 20 weeks of pregnancy also in this video, so I didn't want it to be like 30 minutes long, but my normal updates will probably be more in depth and longer and talk more about what's really going on and etc. So be on the lookout for those updates. I'll probably update again in about 2 or 3 weeks, but I really want to start making videos more than updates. I want to put out a bunch of mommy videos, clean with me, cook with me, days in the life, all types of stuff like that. I really want to jump back on the bandwagon with YouTube. I'm going to take it much slower this time, but I'm really excited to start making videos for you guys. So if you liked this video, please hit the like button and let me know down below. I would love to talk to you guys in the comments, and make sure to hit subscribe so that you can see my next update and all the other content that's going to come out. And I can't wait to see you guys again. So bye.